As an artist, there's a lot of artists who just sit in the atelier and think that people will come to them. But it was like that in the old days, yes. But now you have internet and you have to be on all the time. You have to put your things out on Instagram. Of course, there's a lot of, like the young men, they have never seen a naked woman before, maybe. So then it's a little bit over their limits. But then I explain that never see this model as a body. You see the lines, you see the forms. One I made last year, a huge one for my city, 2.20 meters high, made in Italy. It was casted in Italy. That was the most expensive I have made.
Hello and welcome to our podcast series, Sahitya Subharti. We have the Denmark artist, the international Denmark artist in a Subharti University campus, Liné Ringtved Thordarson. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Bravo.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
So how was your experience? I mean, you have been living here in India for around a week or some?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Nearly 2 weeks.
Nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So how was your experience?
Oh, it has been a fantastic experience. I have met so many nice people. I mean, and everybody is so warm and welcoming. And I have everything I wanted to do, I have done. The first day I went to a wedding, which was really on my wish list. And it was fantastic. It was just here at the resort. And I just came in here. And I wanted to go to do some shopping, and I heard some drum playing, and I went up there with Naresh, and there was this huge wedding, and they said, "Oh, come in to join our wedding," and so I stayed all night, all day, all night of dancing, and then I saw the wedding at 1:00 in the night. It was beautiful.
You feel that our Indian weddings are quite loud? Considering that your marriages in your country are quite, same pace.
No,
not much of
we only do it for one day.
For one day, exactly.
Yes. But of course we do have a big party with family and friends, but not 500 people. That is very rare. It's only the closest. Okay. So this was fantastic. Also because I wanted to see all the traditions, and there were so many at this wedding. And everybody told me what's now going to happen. So that was so interesting, very inspiring. And then my other wish was to see Sadhguru.
Oh.
And actually, he was at the Danish embassy on Friday, and I was invited. Oh. And I met Sadhguru, talked to him. He even gave me a hug.
How was the whole experience?
Yeah, it was fantastic. And he invited me to visit his home.
Oh.
So maybe
you're planning
that next time. So everything I wished for, I had.
Being a sculpture artist, I would say, what's the difference between the artist living outside India? How different they are from the Indian artist?
No, I don't know how it is to be an Indian artist. I have no idea.
But have you interacted with some of the Indian artists?
Actually, no. Only the students here, yes. But no one from outside, no. So, but it's always hard to be an artist. Good times, bad times, ups and downs. So I guess it's the same all over the world.
How was your journey started?
How I started?
Yes.
Actually, I was very young. I was like 22. And I had been traveling to Australia and Philippines and around. And when I came back to Denmark, I didn't know what to do. So someone said, "Oh, you should try to go to an art school." So I went there. And I remember the first day we should draw our shoes. And I just draw it like it was perfect. And I didn't even know I could draw. I never drawn before. And then I had my first class with a naked model that I was sculpting. And it was just the proportions, everything was just like it should be. So it was like I had this gift that I can see something and then I can redo it in another material or drawing. So, and I didn't know I had that gift. So I was like, okay, I want to do sculptures for the rest of my life. So yeah, I feel so lucky.
How did you decide to visit India?
Actually, I got an invitation from Naresh by email. And my brother once said to me, never say no to anything. Okay. So I said yes, also because I have been in India 3 times before, so I know a little about your country and your culture. So of course I wanted to go.
Do you feel that people in India are a little bit behind in this art field? I don't know much about sculpture, but I do feel that we are not as aware of all this art stuff as you people are.
I am aware of in Denmark and in Europe, but I don't think...
How different is the culture of Europe and India then?
The difference? I haven't seen any, what to call like new things. I haven't seen any installations, things like that. So maybe you are more in the classic area. I don't know. Maybe that's my feeling. Yeah. And also that you are maybe more around your culture. Like now I see this and I see all this here. So it's maybe it's more classic in India. But again, there's a difference from the big cities to here. So it all changed. I don't know.
I mean, whenever people from other countries visit India, they usually have a problem of food here, that it's quite spicy.
Very spicy. I just had a chili before I was nearly dying.
You feel the same?
Yes. I always ask for not spicy. And then when I get it, it's still really spicy. Yes.
Okay.
But I love it. I was in New Delhi the whole weekend. There was a friend who invited me to stay at her apartment. And she was just cooking all weekend for me. And it was delicious food. Fantastic.
You also met Mr. Freddie Swain, the ambassador of Denmark. Yes. How was it?
Oh, I love this guy. He is really fantastic. He's so open and funny and interested in everything and everybody. So, yes. So that's why I met him Tuesday when he was here for the inauguration. And we just clicked immediately. And then I was invited to the embassy on Friday to meet Sadhguru. So it couldn't be any better. I'm happy.
I would like to know about your sculpture.
Yes.
What else students of this university, or I would say of whole India, can do to promote this sculpture art?
I had a lecture for them the other day, and I was actually showing them what I do in Denmark and who I work with and how I approach these people. And I'm just always saying network, network, network. It's so important. And you have to go out. As an artist, there's a lot of artists who just sit in the atelier and think that people will come to them. But it was like that in the old days, yes. But now you have internet and you have to be on all the time. You have to put your things out on Instagram, all these...
You have to be social about it.
Yes. And go out, meet people, go to vernissage, to events, and don't be shy. And also one thing that I told the young students, that you have to believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself and people can feel that you think, I'm good, I'm actually really good at what I'm doing, then they can trust you in a way, so they will feel the same. If you are secure about your...
Is there any difference between the students here and students you have at your hometown?
No, I think I'm so lucky that I do what I'm doing. And when we have a model, a female or a male, and you start to model, then it's just like you're going into your own world. and they are so focused, and they just love it. So, and I can feel that, and that's really a big privilege for me to be able to teach in exactly this area.
Not even in India, I would say that, I think in the whole world, the art of this naked art, I would say, it's very, sometimes people feel shy about it.
They feel shy? Yeah, but they only do that in the first 5 minutes, because of course, there's a lot of the young men, they have never seen a naked woman before, maybe. So then it's a little bit over their limits. But then I explain that never see this model as a body. You see the lines, you see the forms, and it takes normally 5 minutes. Then they forget that it's a
Did you
body.
have any panic situation yet about any artist or any student which might have panicked around?
Yeah, of course, some boys are in the first 5 minutes, they're really but normally I actually have an elder woman, more like a grandmother or something that is not sexy in that way. So then it's calm, and then after that I can take a younger. So and normally you don't, as an artist, you don't see the same things as other people. Not if you're professional. But this time she is actually wearing a dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are
I wanted to have a naked model, but it's not possible in the university in India.
Okay. But you liked it?
But it's beautiful with the way she is and the dress she's wearing. She's so sweet. Yeah.
But how difficult is this art than other sculpture artists or any other art? I
think it's very difficult, of course. But I think all art is difficult, but it's the approach you have. And also, of course, sculptures is three-dimensional. So it is more difficult, and it takes longer time because there's so many things you have to what is the word? You have to see. It's not a flat thing. There's so many forms and so many angles and so many things.
Few days back only, I was listening to an artist. He was also naked sculpture artist.
Yes.
So
I don't hope he was naked.
No, he wasn't, not at all. But he said something that which really struck me. That he said that this form is more of a dead form of art. People really need to be in the art so much that they need to, forget about everything else.
Yeah. But I think you do that. You go into this world, and you can see my students, they work for 4 hours and they're totally tired afterwards, and they sleep very well at night because you use so much, even though you're sitting there, but you are using so much energy. It's really, really, but also it makes you feel so good. It's like a kind of meditation, I also think. Also, like I do my art, it's also about feelings. And it's something that I have to express, something that is taking a lot of space inside of me, and I need to express this. That is also a kind of a release of my
emotions,
emotions and problems, but also the good things. But it's like
just to let it flow.
Exactly.
Oh.
Flow. I like the word flow.
Flow. Okay, so I would also like to ask that the art, any art, I would say that is somehow not considered as important as other subjects.
I think it's, you mean in art general?
Exactly.
I think that
science and technology is considered more of a, serious issue. We also in India, people like to push their children towards science and technology.
Yes, of course. I think if you see in percentage, there's much less artists, and there's much less professional artists. Like in Denmark, I think it's 92% of all artists, they actually do something else. They also teach or to have another job on the side. So it's very few actually who can live off being an artist. So in that perspective, yes, I think there's a lot more area where people want their children to be safe and to earn money every month.
You think that it's not a stable job?
No, not at all. Oh my God, 1 month you have nothing, next month you maybe have a lot. We'll never know.
Have you experienced it?
Yes, many times.
I'd like to know the example.
Okay, in the beginning when I was divorced from my husband, I had 2 small children and I couldn't pay my first rent. That was really bad. And then I called a friend and I said, I don't know what to do. And then she said, because it was actually my choice to do what I do. And then she said, okay, when you say A, you have to say B. And in that moment, I was just, okay, this is my choice. I'll just have to go through it, and I have to work a lot, and I have to really be hardcore. So then I will survive.
So what was that?
I'm never complaining, never ever.
What was that moment which made you from, somehow 0 to that 100 target?
Yes, but that was just who was that I took my choice, and then I had to respect that choice. Okay. To live with it and never complain.
I think that you are selling your art also.
Yes.
So what is the biggest art sale you have ever made?
You want to know the amount?
Voluntary amount?
No, that's a secret. No. Yes.
In general, but not disclosing.
No, the one I made last year, a huge one for my city. 2.20 meters high, made in Italy. It was casted in Italy. That was the most expensive I have made. But there will be more and more expensive.
What are your current projects?
What?
What are your current projects then?
What am I? Sorry.
What are your current projects? I mean,
my current projects. Now I'm here, and then I'm actually doing an ice bear. A polar bear for a winter bathing club in Denmark. We go in the sea in wintertime when it's like 0 degrees. So that I'm doing, and then I'm doing I'm always doing different things. So that's actually my dream, because I think I do so many different things that sometimes it becomes very difficult to focus. And I actually think it is also a really good thing for you to learn to focus. So actually I would love to do one big sculpture every year. And that's it. Go to my atelier and maybe do things like this, but not do all my exhibitions. I think it takes a lot of energy, and I would love to use more time on being creative, being at my atelier. Just work with art. Forget everything else.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You have to add it.
Thank you for having me.